Welcome back to the Rustic Planters, your cozy corner for all things home garden design. Today, we're diving into Heirloom Garden Looks perfect for small backyards. Whether you're working with a tiny patio or a quaint patch of green, these vintage-inspired layouts and plant pairings will turn any space into a rustic sanctuary. If you love the charm of old-fashioned blooms, antique containers, and edible heritage plants, this video is made for you. We'll show you how to blend form and function with layouts that echo cottage gardens of the past, all scaled down to fit compact spaces. Before we dig in, make sure to subscribe, like, and comment below. Share what plants or styles you'd love to see next. Your feedback keeps us growing, and we love hearing from our garden family. Let's jump right in. Heirloom gardens are all about history. These spaces typically feature plants passed down through generations, varieties that existed long before mass hybridization. Each flower, herb, or vegetable carries a story from another time. Unlike modern hybrids, heirloom plants are open-pollinated, meaning you can save seeds and grow the same variety year after year. This makes them sustainable and deeply personal. It's like planting a little piece of the past in your own backyard. From speckled beans grown during the Civil War to roses that once adorned Victorian gardens, heirloom varieties connect us to gardening traditions and cultural roots. Designing an heirloom garden in a small space is all about smart use of layout. Think vertical gardens, raised beds, and curved pathways to add charm and functionality. Incorporate vintage structures like trellises made from reclaimed wood or wrought iron. These not only support climbing plants, but also add that rustic, timeless feel. Don't forget to mix textures and heights. Combining tall heritage tomatoes with trailing nasturtiums or bushy herbs creates a lush, layered look that feels abundant, even in tight quarters. Heritage vegetables are both practical and beautiful. Look for heirloom tomatoes like Brandywine, Cherokee Purple, or Green Zebra, all known for flavor and unique colors. Try pairing beans like dragon tongue or scarlet runner with rustic supports. These not only provide food, but also bring striking hues and a whimsical feel. Heritage lettuces, purple carrots, and golden beets offer a rainbow of edible art that makes your garden both useful and photo-worthy. Vintage blooms add softness and nostalgia. Think old-fashioned roses, hollyhocks, foxglove, and sweet peas, each with its own antique charm. These flowers often have stronger fragrances and unique forms not found in modern varieties. Their bloom shapes and shades evoke memories of English cottage gardens. Group them in odd numbers and staggered heights to create visual depth. Use rusted watering cans or cracked ceramic pots to enhance that time-worn beauty. For tiny yards, vertical gardening is a game changer. Use salvaged ladders, vintage shutters, or antique shelving to create upright planting zones. Climbing roses, clematis, and heirloom beans thrive when given a place to reach. They bring life upward and make even a narrow space feel lush. Add terracotta pots or tin containers to your vertical structures to complete the rustic look. A vertical garden becomes both a focal point and a living wall of history. Framing your heirloom garden with rustic borders brings structure and charm. Use weathered bricks, salvaged wood, or even woven willow fence. These materials age beautifully and help contain your plants without feeling sterile or modern. They blend naturally with the heirloom aesthetic. For a softer touch, consider low-growing herbs like thyme or lavender as living borders that release fragrance as you brush past. Heirloom gardens benefit greatly from companion planting. Mix flowers like marigolds and nasturtiums with vegetables to repel pests and attract pollinators. Pairing basil with tomatoes or planting garlic near roses helps naturally protect your plants while maintaining the romantic garden aesthetic. These companion combos aren't just functional, they also enhance visual interest and foster biodiversity. Bring in vintage flair with wrought iron benches, chipped enamel basins, and rusted lanterns. These pieces serve as garden art and reflect the heirloom spirit. Even a small bistro table or rocking chair tucked in a corner turns a practical garden into a peaceful retreat. Search local thrift stores or flea markets for unique finds that tell a story. The older, the better. Raised beds give structure to small backyard gardens and allow better soil control, perfect for delicate heirloom plants. Use reclaimed wood or brick for a more vintage feel. Arrange beds in geometric or meandering layouts for a whimsical touch. Raised beds also help reduce foot traffic in your garden, preserving the old-world elegance of your delicate plants. Old windows become cold frames. Thin buckets turn into planters. Broken terracotta can edge a path. Let creativity guide your rustic approach. Heirloom gardens celebrate the beauty in imperfection. A rusted hinge or chipped pot adds character, not clutter. scour estate sales, or your own attic for items you can repurpose. You'll be surprised what fits beautifully into your heirloom theme. A small herb garden fits beautifully into the heirloom style. Use divided crates or vintage drawer sets to plant thyme, rosemary, mint, and sage. Heirloom varieties like lemon balm or anise hyssop offer fragrance and traditional medicinal value. Label herbs with hand-painted stones or antique spoons to keep things both practical and quaint. Even in a small yard, a vintage-style water feature adds tranquility. Try a repurposed hand pump fountain or a basin made from an old washtub. The gentle sound of water brings peace and invites birds, another layer of life to your heirloom haven. Surround your water feature with moss, ferns, and trailing flowers to make it feel like it's always been there. Create pathways using materials that look like they've aged in place. Think brick, stone, or gravel with creeping time between the cracks. Curved paths guide the eye and evoke the relaxed planning of antique gardens. Avoid symmetry in favor of natural flow. Let leaves tumble into your paths. A slightly untamed look enhances the heirloom aesthetic. Neatness isn't the goal, charm is. Soft lighting can transform your garden at dusk. Hang Edison bulbs or vintage lanterns from branches or pergolas. Use solar mason jar lights to line a path or set the mood around your seating area. Flickering candlelight and hurricane lamps adds a magical, antique feel perfect for evening garden strolls. Treat your small backyard like a series of mini scenes. One corner could house a tea table and climbing roses, another a potting bench surrounded by herbs. Each vignette adds dimension and storytelling to your space. It's like walking through pages of a garden journal. Use old ladders, bird cages, and mirror frames to define and separate each area, even in a tiny garden. Rotate decor and plantings with the seasons. In spring, use pastel florals and chipped porcelain containers. In autumn, swap for dried herbs and rustic crates. Plant seasonally appropriate heirlooms, peas and pansies in early spring, tomatoes and sunflowers in summer, cabbages and mums in fall. This keeps your small space feeling fresh while honoring the cyclical nature of old-fashioned gardening. Invite nature in by choosing nectar-rich heirloom flowers and avoiding pesticides. Birds, bees, and butterflies complete the vintage garden picture. Add a small bird bath or nesting box. Even a chipped teacup filled with water becomes a charming wildlife station. A truly heirloom space is one that shares its bounty, not just with you, but with the world around it. Part of the heirloom spirit is preserving seeds. Save from your healthiest plants each year and share with neighbors or local swaps. Label your seeds with notes on their history, where they came from, when you planted them, what they meant to you. This turns your garden into a living legacy, one that's passed on in jars, envelopes, and memories. Even in a tiny garden, function and beauty can coexist. Use baskets for harvests, decorate compost bins, and train vines around tool sheds. Let your practical elements, watering cans, gloves, tools, add to the scene rather than be hidden. Old-fashioned utility, when styled thoughtfully, can become the very soul of your heirloom design. Above all, your heirloom garden should feel like you. Incorporate plants from your childhood or your grandmother's garden. Use colors and shapes that speak to your soul. The charm of heirloom design is deeply personal. It's not just about recreating the past. It's about bringing it forward in a way that feels intimate. In a small backyard, every detail matters. So let your story bloom between the petals, stones, and whispers of old leaves. Thank you for spending time with us here at the Rustic Planters. We hope you found inspiration for creating your own heirloom garden retreat, no matter how small your space may be. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment below. We'd love to hear about your favorite vintage plants or the heirloom layout you're planning. Until next time, happy planting, keep it rustic, and remember, a garden doesn't have to be big to be beautiful. See you soon.